Brian Scott with you. This is a brand new week and another week of insights to the end times. As you may recall, if you have been following us, we are sharing scriptures and occurrences in our society today pointing to the end of time, the end of the season. Now, today I want to share with you out of Mark chapter 13, and I've entitled this podcast today, The Season of the Rapture of the Church. In Mark 13, Jesus shares a quick story here with us, starting in verse 32. He says, "Of that day and of that hour knoweth no man, no, not even the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. Take heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is." Jesus is referring to his appearing. His appearing for the church, we call it the rapture. The word rapture does not appear in the scriptures, but we have terms like catching away, taken up, come up, and these are all terms for the rapture. And the rapture, of course, means individuals leave the earth without having to die and are taken directly into heaven to be with the Lord. Now, there are two events that are going to occur, both involving Jesus. Most people talk in terms of the return of Jesus. That occurs at the end of the tribulation period, a period of 7 years of God's wrath being poured out on the church. You do not want to be here for that. The other reference to Jesus is his appearing. His appearing is when he comes in the clouds, just like he left the earth in the clouds. That's out of Acts chapter 1. He will come again in the clouds. There will be the sound of a trumpet and the sound of a large voice, or a huge voice, a loud voice. And essentially, what we are going to hear is instructions to come up. And the church of Jesus Christ, the church that's a glorious church, the church that's without spot or wrinkle, holy and without blemish, those that are ready to meet him in the air are going to be raptured. They're going to immediately be raised up in the air. It's like a missile launch. And we're going to arrive in heaven with Jesus for our 7-year period. Now, Jesus in Mark 13 and Matthew 24 and Luke 17 is talking about the end times. And he says, "No one knows when I will be appearing." Now, we know exactly when he will return. It will be exactly 7 years after the tribulation period begins. And there are really clear references to that, which we may get to this week. But in this verse, he's talking about the season of his appearing. And he says, "No one knows, not the angels, not even me, the Son, only my Father. He's the only one who knows." Then he goes on to say, he says, "I want you to take heed, watch, and pray. Be ready, be thinking." We've just finished a series in our weekly services, sharing things we need to do to get ready for his appearing. And one of those things was be focused on his appearing, be ready for his appearing, be thinking about his appearing. Let me read these subsequent verses for you. He says in verse number 33, "The Son of Man is as a man who takes a far journey, leaving his home. He gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and he commanded them to watch. He said, 'Watch therefore, you know not when the master of the house will return or will come, whether it be at evening or at midnight or in the morning or as the hens crow in the morning. Be watching, lest coming he suddenly will find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch.'" We need to be watching for his return. His return is going to be coming really soon. I should say his appearing will be coming really soon. Why? Because we're getting closer and closer to the very end. Things are getting darker and darker and bleaker. And we've had periods of darkness and bleakness in the world in the past centuries. We've gone through centuries. We had a whole lengthy season on this earth called the Dark Ages. We've had these things before, but we're in a time right now where we have such a degree of sin in the world. Things are so out of control. So much is going on that we're not even aware of. We're on the verge. We're on the very edge, the front edge, maybe the back edge. Jesus Christ is going to appear. You need to be ready. Are you ready? Will you be ready? Will you be watching? Or will you be casual and paying no attention? I want to keep warning you this week. It is time to get ready. It could happen at any day. You'll enjoy this week. Don't miss it. Be with us every day. Thanks for joining us today. See you tomorrow. Bye.